and then made a couple pivotal plays, which helped them, along with Finley, win Game 4.
But his modeling career is in serious jeopardy.
You immediately going to the outside game.
15-11 San Antonio. Nowitzki has 5 points and 2 rebounds.
Now here we have them in a trap for the first time. It's just a look to try to get them to pass the ball and waste some time. But
well, Daniels got the penetration, dished it in close to Tim Duncan, who doesn't miss those. Nowitzki's going to go for the 3. Robinson came up holding,
he's holding
his leg. Let's see if he's all right.
And he's stunned a little bit there. It's great to watch Dallas play, Bob, in this style, but you better be making and shooting a decent percentage. But when you play this way, you play in streaks.
Daniels, nobody got to him. Finley was tied up down inside. Daniels misses it. Ferry gets the rebound. 17-11 Spurs. 5:23 to go first quarter. Duncan drives to the hoop and draws the foul.
In the early going, you just love the mentality of Duncan and Robinson. They're saying here right now, no one on this front line can guard us individually. And here you have Nowitzki shooting another long 3, and unfortunately, they are struggling from the three-point line. But at the opposite end of the floor, Duncan and Robinson are doing a great job because they're attacking the glass, they're shooting high percentage shots, and then they're getting fouled.
Well, Duncan gets this one. He was only 11 of 19 from the free throw line. There's Derek Anderson. We were talking about him in game number 4. But in this one, Duncan, 6 points, 3 of 3 from the floor. Make it 7 with that. 3 rebounds, make it 8, and 1 block shot already. And we saw Derek Anderson, Hubie, where he is going to really be missed is if the Spurs go on to play the Lakers.
Well, you're talking about dealing with Kobe Bryant for 47 or 48 minutes, and we know that that is a handful. Sure, they'll have Daniels if it's just some about. But then what will happen when you go to the bench? And that's the old story when you get an injury to a main guy on a championship potential team. You don't worry about the guy taking the guy's place. You worry about the next guy coming into the rotation on the bench.
You see Robinson with the block. That's his 2nd of the game. Duncan has 1. Shot clock down to 8 seconds for the Mavs on this possession, trailing 19-11.
When you play San Antonio, Bob, you cannot bring a soft game below the painted line. You got to get in there and do something and go strong.
Howard beat the buzzer. Nowitzki gets the offensive board. Juwan Howard gets the jump hook to float in.
If Howard will just get his game together. In this series, he's struggling badly, 32%. If he'll just get something going, it'll take the pressure off of everyone else.
And there's a hard foul on Antonio Daniels. Calvin Booth took him down hard. Daniels beat Finley off the dribble and took the punishment inside.
You know, on every foul now, everyone wants a flagrant 1, a flagrant 2. Now, what are you supposed to do with a shot blocker? Now, right there, you're going to say, well, he didn't go for the shot. Well, just why? This is a bona fide primetime shot blocker. Now, give Daniels a lot of credit because he took it right in there. And then as he fades away, the 7-foot body just comes right on the top of him.
It's just a regular foul. They'll be inbounding the ball.
Yeah, this is incredible because he doesn't get to the foul line. He's definitely hit in the action, but they're calling that the foul happened before that he left his feet and attacked the rim.
So it's an on-the-floor call. Right. Antonio Daniels has been getting to the hoop with regularity in this first quarter, and it's 21-13, and Daniels has 9. Finley's been defending him. He's been beating Michael off the dribble. Finley spinning inside. It doesn't go. They missed the tip in. Back come the Spurs looking for a 10-point or better lead. Ferry hits the 3. It's an 11-point Spurs lead. Timeout Dallas. The Spurs are 10 of 14 from the floor.
They are playing San Antonio basketball tonight. Inside game, stretching you, making the threes out on the perimeter, shot blocking at the other end of the floor. they're really looking good early tonight.
Hubie, we have not seen Antonio Daniels get to the hoop quite as easily as he has. This is Ferry's 3 off the break. What's the deal on Antonio Daniels?
Well, you have to remember, he was a point guard in college, and then when he came into the pros up in Vancouver, they didn't like what he possessed. They made the trade. He came here, and then he was a sometimes point guard. Because when you come into with a team that is a championship caliber ball club that expects to get to the Western Conference Finals every year, your point guard cannot be a big turnover guy and then also take bad percentage shots when you have other great players. So he struggled. But now when you take him off the point, Bob, and you put him at that 2-guard position, he now is a tremendous athlete, a guy who's an excellent dribbler, gives you another guy off the dribble, but the bonus is he's shooting over 50% from the floor and threes.
3:52 to go in the first quarter. 11-point Spurs lead. Nowitzki hits the 2. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. And by the way, Howard is 1 of 4 for the Mavs. Finley 0 for 3. Booth 0 for 4. Nowitzki 2 out of 4. He has 7. Shot clock to 10. Duncan, Bradley back in. Duncan spinning inside, nowhere to go with it. Stepped out of bounds, turnover, Mavs ball. And we would like to welcome all of you watching in Canada on Sportsnet.
That was excellent defense. Finally, the man playing a dribbler got help from other people, and they put Duncan right behind the backboard.
Nowitzki almost turned it over. Bradley with it on the perimeter. They don't want that. 9 on the shot clock for Howard now against Malik Rose, who just came in. Howard drives and is fouled.
Nice. Howard's got to make up his mind tonight that he's going to go strong to the hole. Anytime that he catches in the post area, turns and faces, you know, he's a load. He's tough to guard because he can take it strong. He can finish with a hook, stop on a dime, or extend. But when he extends, he's got to go and come with some power when he attacks.
24-16 with 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Isley's going to come in. And we have a timeout on the floor. 24-16 San Antonio. When we come back, there'll be yet another free throw for Juwan Howard.
Now off the dribble, see, he's attacking the rim. That's what upset Don Nelson. Now he's been having a good night. He's blowing by Finley. Michael Finley has got to, you know, button up here right now. And also, he extends you with the 3-point shot. 4 for 6 from the floor right now. 9 points, 1 3, and he also has 3 assists, which is very impressive at this time in the game for your off guard.
Howard gets the second of the free throws. It's a 7-point Spurs lead. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Avery Johnson in at the point. Antonio Daniels goes over to the 2 now.
2-man game. Now they're clearing out.
And Bradley's keeping Duncan away from the hoop. He gives it up with 5 seconds on the clock. Avery Johnson hits the mid-range jumper. Johnson not a great perimeter shooter, but when he gets around 16, 17 feet, he can knock it down, and did. Here's Howard Isley running the point for the Mavs.
Anytime you double-team Duncan with a small guard, Duncan looks right over it, and he can make that diagonal pass.
Nowitzki shooting over Sean Elliott, and Nowitzki is keeping him alive points-wise, has 9 in the first period.
Yeah, he's running now, Bob. What I'd like to see him do now is post up Elliott. No way Elliott can play him down and low. He's giving him too many inches.
Bradley gave Finley some help on Daniels. Now they have the mismatch. Avery Johnson open from that same point, and the left-hander knocks it down from the same spot.
The general looks like a perimeter bomber tonight, okay? Because as you can see, they don't play Avery Johnson. Very few teams play him tight. They use his man to double team. He's making them pay.
9 on the clock, and Nowitzki gets inside again, finds Finley outside. To the hoop goes Finley, little left hand, he misses it. Bradley can't tip it, and the Spurs on the run. Spurs have hit their last 4 shots, 2 of them from Avery Johnson. Duncan makes it their last 5, and the Spurs are 13 of 17, and they've opened up that 11-point lead again. Mavs have had the shot opportunities. They have not been falling, except for Nowitzki. And he gets this one. 11 for Nowitzki in the period.
Anytime that they run that screen and roll, and if San Antonio switches, Nowitzki just rolls low, and he's either getting a two guard, or a lot of times they don't switch, and he keeps Sean Elliott. I mean, that's just a major mismatch.
Duncan with the runner doesn't follow. Bradley caused him to alter it. Isley back with 42 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You get one now, you're in good shape.
Here's the double team on Nowitzki, and he's fouled.
See, I like that. I like the fact that they're going to him and wearing him out. He's got the advantage. You know that's the side of the play. He loves to play down in the post area there. Keep going to him, because then you saw what happened. The double team was there. Well, if they're going to double team, that will open up everyone else, and you'll get better looks.
Talk about Nowitzki carrying the Mavs offensively. He's 4 of 6. Rest of the team is 4 of 17. 16 on the shot clock. Finley.
He's the guy who's got to get going, Bob.
Finley playing sluggish. He's been beat off the dribble by Daniels, and he's 0 for 5 from the floor.
Can't emphasize that enough. He's got to step up, because he and Nowitzki are your two primetime guys. They average over 22 a game, so you need them to play big.
Malik Rose drives past Nowitzki, and his floater drops.
Can't flop.
12 seconds in the period, 11-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, you can't flop in a situation like that.
Finley trying to beat Daniels. Can't even get the shot off. His fadeaway rims out of there. 32-21 Spurs. They have been on fire offensively, led by Duncan with 10 and 6 rebounds. And the Spurs are 14 of 19 in this first period. Antonio with an 11-point lead.
Now keep an eye on Duncan right here. Avery Johnson here. His man comes and traps. Now watch how Duncan steps back and then throws this pass to Avery Johnson in this area. Anytime that Duncan or Robinson will get the ball, they'll double off of Avery Johnson. He just steps up, knocks it down, and he did it on the very next play in the same fashion.
The Spurs are not only shooting 74% after one, they have an 11 assists on the 14 field goals.
Well, when you're coaching, you love to see that.
Nowitzki misses this one. Howard runs it down and throws it away, but it was touched by the Spurs. Nowitzki saves it to Isley, and look at Daniels diving for the near steal.
You got an advantage here.
Buckner into the ball game, out to Finley. Look at the defense by the Spurs. Finley to Howard. He misses the jam. Duncan was there for the defense, and back comes San Antonio.
You can't do that. You just can't miss plays like that. Take it with two hands and dunk it.
Sean Elliott drains the three. 35-21.
You just love the game. When they play Ferry and Elliott at that small forward position, they're getting solid contribution. 16 points, 7 rebounds, both guys shooting well. There you go.
This time Howard leans in and gets it off the glass. It's a 12-point Spurs lead. San Antonio, the best percentage three-point shooting team in the NBA in the regular season. 3 for 5 so far tonight. Buckner trying to defend Sean Elliott, who rolls inside, misses the layup. Trying to set something up. Here's Finley now working on Daniels. Finley is scoreless tonight. Nowitzki spins and misses, and Duncan rebounds. Tim has 9 rebounds already. Malik Rose against Nowitzki. Got him up in the air. Missed the lay-in. Missed the tip. Nowitzki gets the rebound.
If Nowitzki is going to be your center out there, he's got the board, because you're dealing with Duncan.
You could see as Buckner drove in, he committed the foul there. As he drove in, he was aware of the shot blockers in the middle.
Well, anytime that you play San Antonio, you're always looking for Duncan and Robinson, 2 of the top 9 shot blockers in the league.